Hey guys, it's been a little bit since I made another video. Um, the last video was me going to my appointment and getting blood work and taking a tour around Fenway and stuff like that. I apologize for my appearance. Right now, my hair is all natural. There's nothing in it, so it's like out of control. And I woke up feeling sick today, and I have therapy and everything, and I have to do this therapy thing. But I wish I could call out, but I don't like canceling my appointments. But today is Tuesday. My appointment for my first injection is Friday. I just wanted to explain what's going on in my head, as the day gets closer, what's going on in the house. I thought my mother was very, not against it, but wasn't very comfortable and was trying to make me seek out alternatives, trying to be a little pushy about it. I don't know what the alternatives was. She thought if I just bodybuild and had muscles that it would make me feel better, and she obviously doesn't understand fully to the extent how bad the situation was, where I do need to do something this outrageous, is how she sees it. But she has spoken to me after that point and clarified that she doesn't care what I do. She just wants to make sure that I'm not making a mistake and that I'm actually gonna be happy. My aunt, she's being weird and more excited than I am. She's acting like. My nose ring is crooked. And my lip rings are always uneven. Drives me nuts. Anyway, yeah, my aunt is also my godmother. She has only goddaughters. So she's like, I'm so excited. I can't wait. I can't wait to say I have a godson and this and that. I never had one. So she's really excited. But pretty much the biggest thing that's been going on in my head is really bad. My fiance and I have a joke that it's like I have blue balls. Like when people get, no, not blue balls. That's hilarious. No, I wish. Cold nuts. There you go. Cold nuts. I know I had to do something with the sack. But, yeah, I'm getting cold nuts over the situation. Like someone would with the wedding. It doesn't mean that they don't love the person they're marrying, but the event itself is very scary. And you start rethinking things that you know were true from the very beginning. I had to constantly reassure myself, how long have you suffered from this? How many times have you felt like you wanted to die, but never did anything about it? I didn't go and, have suicidal tendencies. It was just I really wish I wasn't born this way. And just really, really low and down. But I just have to keep on convincing myself, you're making the right decision. You're just really scared. I have a lot of anxiety with putting stuff into my body, new medications or anything like that, even if it's all natural. I had anxiety taking melatonin to make me sleepy at night for the first time. Your body naturally produces melatonin in your head, and you're just increasing the levels, so it signals you to feel tired, so you want to go to sleep. It's not like a sedating med. It's none of that. And it's the same thing with testosterone. You're already born with testosterone, whether you're male or female. It's just females obviously have estrogen as well. Male and female both have estrogen and testosterone. Obviously, males produce more testosterone. Every male produces a different level of testosterone. Every female produces a different level of testosterone as well. I believe because of just my appearance and my tendencies, and not just the gender thing, but just my appearance in general, or the way like my anatomy is, the way my body grows hair. I have an Adam's apple, and I've never had testosterone yet. I didn't do any of that. So I feel like I literally was supposed to be born a boy. Even my mother said it. Boys, when you're pregnant with boys, they tend to be more active in the womb. And I was kicking around, and she's like, I swear you were like tap dancing. We all thought you were gonna be a boy, even the doctors. And then I came out not as boy as they all thought. But, what's going on in my head? Convincing myself, well, not convincing myself, but reminding myself and reassuring myself that I'm not making a mistake. I've cried and broke down to my fiance multiple times since the appointment, trying to make sure that it's not just me. Like, if she thinks by, the 3 years that she's known me, or a little longer than 3 years, does she think I'm making the right decision? And she keeps saying, yes, I know, I've seen, I've heard. Before this was even a thought, like, that, a thought of possibility. Pretty much, I never thought I was ever gonna. This is the problem, is that I learned to cope and accept that I was born into a body that wasn't mine, or shouldn't have been mine, or is wrong gendered. No, my face, my body itself is supposed to be mine, but my gender is not right. I feel mentally and physically I am a boy, but when I look at myself, it's like a crappy reminder, like, no, you're not. Like, if I wasn't to be able to see myself or feel my body or whatever and just lived, I would have thought I was a male until I touch my chest, or I go to cross my legs, or I go to use the bathroom and I have to sit down and pull my pants down. Taking a shower. I never wanted to take a shower when I was younger. Like, as gross as it sounds, I did suffer major depressive disorder, and I still do. And one of the side effects is poor hygiene. You don't care or want to bathe yourself or clean your room or do anything to take care of yourself. Brush your teeth. I didn't brush my teeth for years. I just started. I brushed my teeth last night and showered and redid my hair a little bit. At least the fading. The top is just all natural, so it looks weird. Oh, my head. Shouldn't have done that. I think I'm getting sick. But I'm laying in my bed with my poo-poo pillow. My poo-poo pillow keeps me company. But this video is like long already. But pretty much, I've learned to cope and deal with the fact that I'm never going to be the gender I was supposed to be. I don't know how it's possible that someone, like, this is me in my own head, is like, I don't know how it's possible that someone could be born feeling like they're not the right gender. But, I mean, I already suffered trying to convince myself that I liked men for many, many years when I was younger, when I started noticing more that I was attracted to females. As you get older and you start actually noticing, like, wow, they're cute. I kept on thinking girls were pretty, and I wasn't finding any boys that I thought were cute. Excuse me, I have like hiccups and burp. Anyway, I don't know, I think it's my stomach. But I am in a process of mourning, or almost like, I feel like a breakup, where now it's getting real. I'm scared because I don't know, like, I watched every video that I think I possibly could find of, all those people that are on YouTube, Uppercase Chase, Ryan Jacobs, Caden Carter, Jason, forgot, I think he just goes by Jason on Instagram. YouTube. I also follow them on Instagram, all of them. I don't think I have them on Facebook, but I watched all these videos so that way I can be prepared and know, like, any possible, like, what's the first thing you're gonna notice, or even for good or worse, I wanted to know what the side effects were going to be or could possibly be, regardless of the paper the doctor gave me. I wanted to be prepared myself and see it physically happen to somebody else, so I know how to brace myself, like, oh, this is starting to happen. I'm scared. I don't know what it's going to feel like to see my body just changing on its own, and I can't stop it. It's out of my control. And people who have anxiety have fears of loss of control of their own body. And this is like the ultimate loss of control. I can't stop it. Once I start this testosterone shot, it's not going to reverse itself. My voice is going to stay the way it is. My facial hair will not stop growing, even if I stop. And it's just the fact that it's almost like I said, a breakup, where it's like you have to leave the house that you were born and raised in for like 20 something years, and you have to say goodbye to that house and move on and start new. It's creepy. Every time I go to the bathroom, every time I look at my body, every time I record myself or hear my voice or look at myself, every time I go to the bathroom before I leave, I've been staring at my face in the mirror, just like, can I see myself as being a male fully? Like, I'm thinking top surgery. Phalloplasty to me seems very scary at the moment. I don't know what my feelings on it will be in the future. At any point, you're never too well, you can't be too old. I mean, old people can die during surgeries because they're weak and shit, but I mean, you're never too old to do that surgery. I mean, I could be in my 30s and want to get it done. It's not a big deal. Top surgery, I have no idea when the hell I'm getting that done, but I definitely want it done in a decent amount of time from now. But it's scaring the crap out of me. I don't like being sedated, just like the whole egg freezing thing, which, by the way, I can't have done. I will not have children of my own. But some people are telling me that my doctor was misinformed. I can still have children. If I stop the testosterone, I can get pregnant or freeze my eggs then, or try to artificially inseminate either myself or somebody else while not being on testosterone. I don't understand how that's gonna work. Something flying outside my window. I don't want it coming inside. And then it disappears. Okay. Sorry about that. This video is getting long, but pretty much it's almost like a morning or something, or going through a breakup with myself. It's really creepy. It's like, this is going to be the last couple days that I'm going to have in this body. It's still going to be my body. I need to remind myself of that. But it's still a creepy feeling to know that I'm going to be changing and this is permanent. And I don't know. It's creepy. It's just every time I look at myself, it's like this days are counting down. You better say goodbye. Like, I even joke with my fiance, like, she's always like touchy feely, like trying to like grab you and stuff. She tends to go straight for the chest or something, and I'm always getting frustrated with her, and she still does it. I mean, I don't blame her. She's bipolar. I have ADHD, so it doesn't help. But you're just like constantly like attacking each other out of fun and just laughing and getting hurt and shit. Sometimes, one of us gets our feelings butt hurt, but regardless, my egg banking gave me a lot of anxiety for the first like 3 days, until my mother was willing to call and see if my insurance would cover. They cover all major health insurances except for the one that I'm on. So she asked how much out of pocket I would probably have to pay, and the price is ridiculous. It's over thousands and thousands of dollars to bank the eggs. Just the injection alone to be able to do the egg retrieval is like around 1,000. The meds you have to take for like a week before that to make you to ripen multiple eggs to drop is in like the hundreds. The procedure itself is like in the thousands. You have to pay over a decent hundreds of dollars, I think, a month just to keep your eggs stored in the bank, like paying rent. And it devastated me, but I talked to my aunt for the first time about my transition in general. Like, they all know about it, but I haven't physically spoke to anybody in person besides one person, and that's my cousin. He's 18, he's got his first job, he's going to college this year for the first year, and he's just grown up to be like an awesome kid. But I've talked to him about my transition. I know he subscribed to me on here, so if he ever watches this, I love you, Alex. Thank you for being who you are. You don't have to do anything. I just love you. I know it's weird, but yeah, I do. I love you as if you were my own child, which is exactly what my aunt said about the whole banking eggs. I talked to her and told her it was bothering me. I can't have my own children because I can't afford it. And she said, because she's like super Bostonian and been smoking cigarettes for like 40 years. So she's like, anybody who knows my aunt will laugh, get it right away. Whoever watches this, you can love a child as your own even if it's not yours. You know that. I know it hurts. You can't have that child, but you can still love someone else's child as if it's your own. And this and that, and I told her, I was just like, I feel like since I was a child, I've always wanted to be a parent, whether it was a father or a mother. I just wanted to have a child of my blood, someone that I can look at straight from birth and just fall in love and have that experience of just seeing them for the first time after being born and knowing that is yours. It has your blood and your DNA, and this little thing is gonna have a personality of its own, and it could possibly have your characteristics. It could look like you. It's your kid. You are in control now of this little being's life. And to me, like, I feel like I'm missing out big time. And she said, yeah, it can hurt, but if you were really made to be that parent that you dreamt of being your whole life, that a child will be brought into your path in the future. If this is what's supposed to happen, God, I say God because personally, me, I don't really follow or believe in stuff like that. I'm more of a spiritual person. I have Wiccan tattoos. I studied Wicca for a while. Honestly, I went through a really bad time where I just lost faith in everything, that I don't really know. I don't have a religion at this point. Um, but I still believe in things like, if you do good, good will come to you, like karma. If you do something bad, it is going to come back to you 3 times as bad, threefold. And, you know, I do believe that fate happens if you were meant, like, everything happens for a reason. I feel like the way everything happened with my last relationship and how we broke up and how me and my fiance met, it was fate, because even the stuff that had happened after I met my fiance, when we were still just really good friends, the stuff that I had to witness and see, it had a lot to do with what I was like personally struggling with in my own head, and like trying to understand, and to see it live in person helped me to realize a lot of things. It opened my eyes to a lot of stuff. So I feel like everything happens for a reason. If, you know, I am supposed to be that father, if I'm supposed to be a parent to anybody, that child will be put in my path in the future. And that gave me a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. And now it's a lot of anxiety. I got like 3 days until my first injection, and it is a little depressing. Along with me, I was diagnosed agoraphobic, but because of my depression, I don't leave the house because I just don't have the energy or the motivation. Plus, I have social anxiety, so if I'm going out somewhere where there's a lot of people, I don't like it. My fiance is agoraphobic, but she does have an anxiety towards being outside. So, for my first injection, I wanted to be with someone I loved, and instead I have a CBFS, which is pretty much someone who does exposure therapy with you for anxiety. I have a CBFS worker that helps me with my phobias and my anxieties, and she's been driving me to my appointments. I swear I just heard my fiance's cell phone downstairs, but I never heard her come inside. And she has my dog too. Maybe she forgot her phone. That would suck. She goes out for walks or rides around with her mom, and she's been working on medications to get some distance in the area. But pretty much it just sucks. I wanted to be with some loved one for my first injection, and I'm gonna have a therapist with me, and that hurts me a lot. I mean, I know it's not something that she's choosing to just not go to, but I really wish she could make it that far. It's just too far for her. She could get into Chelsea, she could get into a decent distance, but she cannot make it into Boston yet. She knows that how I feel, as tough as the truth is. It will be recorded. I am going to make a video the day of my first injection. I know I probably started a lot of topics and didn't finish them, but my mind is like really messed up right now lately, and I don't feel good. I'm sweaty. I feel like I'm gonna puke. So that's why I'm still laying in bed. I just thought, since finally I actually had a second where the house is empty, or at least I think it's empty, I thought I'd, talk a little bit and vent to the camera. But I guess I will update you guys Friday for my first injection. I think will be injection. I'm assuming injection is the most popular, but it could be a patch, cream, gel, injection. I don't know what she's giving me yet. But yeah, that's that pretty much. It's just been a really weird week. So, this video is like almost 30 minutes long. I need to wrap this up. So, that's that. I'll see you guys Friday.